the newborn, she was a car accident. Unfortunately killed the mom, so she was still on mom.
Yeah.
She still had the umbilical cord on,
Okay.
so very, very tiny. The person that rescued her fed her kitty milk, but that evening I got lactogen. That's all we had available at
perfect.
Spa.
No, that's great.
It's not the soya-based one. And so I started feeding her on that, and the next morning she had nice solid poops, which makes us animal people happy when we see the good poop. And so she's been doing brilliantly. The other one I picked him, I think it's a boy, picked him up yesterday. They feed them.
Yeah.
And the mom came close and they shot her. And we think the bullet grazed his face because he's got a burn on his face.
Okay.
So he was so frustrated and nervous yesterday in the car. She fed him cow's milk and eggs.
Okay.
So I started him immediately. I don't think that was the correct thing, but I started him immediately on the lactogen. Yeah. Quite a bite.
That's fine. That's absolutely
They're
fine.
both sleeping at the moment.
Oh, we are tiny.
We are so tiny. We're the little girl.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Go put the ball.
Oh yes, we are a little bit bigger, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We are. There's the little wound.
him.
I didn't do anything. I didn't treat it or
Okay.
anything. I thought you guys would know better.
I mean, it's not. We'll probably put some.
You can
colloidal
see he's got a
silver on it.
very bad haircut.
Yep.
He was full of tar, and I tried to get it out with coconut oil, so I just cut out the pieces because I think it pulled his hair every time he moves. Okay, so who's taking this little one?
I'll
can
take
You
take
as
it.
well. As well.
Or if you want, we can carry them down to the
Oh, you can come
cabins.
with if you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah, and we'll show you the setup.
All right.
So it's a nice. Anyone works much better.
Perfect. I'm just gonna take shoes off. Little bit of a present before
That
you go.
is perfect. It's like a going away. Going away. So as you can see, he's a bit more nervous than her.
Yeah, they don't really know what's going on when they're this young.
Exactly. Hi, put the hops.
Wanna go with her?
It was so weird last night. They didn't even notice each other.
Yeah.
And in the car, the first time they slept together, they noticed each other.
Oh, it's okay. The baby reports chat?
Yep.
You. We might have to sit on the floor with these guys just because
Spread out a blanket.
number 2 is a little bit jumpy and we obviously don't want her to fall off the bed.
Obviously.
So we do actually have 2 little girls.
So they said they thought the boy was
This one was the
this
boy.
one with the injury.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
as we all know, it's hard to tell at this age. People get confused because of the
You're being
genitalia.
very awkward.
But it is 2 girls.
Yes. And we've even got, tell this one is young.
Up a bit. Oh yeah. Oh, still the umbilical, the umbilical cord.
Little belly button.
So
You seem a little bit hungry, hey? Should we get some milk into you, yeah? And yeah, their skin test all turns back good because they've been fed lactogen, so we're a little bit dehydrated, but not as much as, we normally get in. So we'll give them some rehy and then give them a little health check afterwards.
so they've been well looked after.
But yeah, I think we, especially the little girl, we are all, well, I suppose you're both little girls. The littlest girl, our health check is all good. We don't have any teeth yet. No teethies. Whereas this one over here, so this is from the bullet that killed Mum. We do have a couple of little scratches. And we do have 8 teeth, so we'll give them away just to try and figure out, obviously, age. Got a little bump on the head here. so we're just gonna weigh them, so this will help gauge their ages a little bit better, especially with baby number 2. So the scales are at 0, so we've got the bucket and the blanket on already. So once we pop them in the blanket, we'll be able to get a bit of a better, or we'll get their weight straight away. We are 364 grams. So we are nice and healthy, considering we are under a week old. So we'll try and use the same blanket. Can you come?
Come in.
Good girl. Okay. Come here. So we can see that the lady that drops her off did mention that she had some tar on her back. And obviously, so she's just got a little bit of a bald patch. It's okay. Okay, should we see how much you weigh? Yeah.
She's not going to stay still. Oh.
We are 412. Okay, perfect. You want to come out? You can come out. So what we're going to do is just focus on giving them some milk for kind of the next couple of minutes. And then we will take their temperature just to make sure they're all healthy, they're not too hot or cold, and then obviously we'll work out what to do them after. Yeah. Little baby girl is asleep, so I've just decided that now's the best time to take her temperature, just because she's already sleeping. She's not doing too badly. Our thermometer kind of goes between Fahrenheit and Celsius, so at the moment it's sticking around 98 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'm not sure what that would be in Celsius. So we'll just convert it in a minute. It's going up, so it's 99 now. So generally around 37.5 to 38 is a good temperature for these guys, especially the babies. But it looks like we're sticking on 99.2.
Alright,
and it will do the beeping noise. So we are 99.2. Good girl.
So we have baby number 2 here. A lot more active. She's already exploring. Yeah. Good girl. This is little Nova. She's just having another nap. She's only been awake for around 30 to 40 minutes before she had another sleep. But because she's probably a week old, that is absolutely fine. And then down here, we just have Miss B. So she had a nap and was feeling much better within herself. And now she is trying to climb to see the bandits. And she's just started crying, but the nap really helped her just kind of calm down from that perspective. We'll see what she's got herself up to. She's just poking her head back around here. Just a little bit dark down there, baby. You wanna come? No, we just want to chill. Mrs. B and Nova have woken up from a nap. Mrs. B getting a little bit upset. This is very normal behaviour for orphans, especially on their first day. Obviously they've lost their mum, they've lost their family, and especially the older ones, they seem to know it a bit more. Whereas the younger ones, like Nova, still aren't really sure what's going on. So they will accept comfort from anybody, and are just happy to be held and given some milk. It's okay, Miss B. It's okay. It's okay.
So some crying is absolutely okay. Sometimes we leave them to it. Sometimes we obviously go over and give them some comfort. But it's just like humans, and the fact that sometimes you just need to cry. Nova and Miss B have just woken up from some naps, and they're being very cute together. Very interested in the camera, which is great for you guys. You want more? Ah, this is good. So this is great progress considering she's only been on the bottle for a couple of hours. And what this means is that maybe before they leave quarantine, I can get Mrs. B on the feeding cage, which will be a big help, obviously, as little Nova is syringe fed. And that obviously takes a lot more work from that perspective. Just checking in on the babies for the first time this night. So they were dropped off about 10 minutes ago, and little Miss Nova is awake with her little tongue out. Miss B is still asleep, and we've got a little Dale out too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start by feeding Nova, and then try and get Miss B. If she's sleeping, it makes it easier to feed. So we'll just give Miss Nova some milk with the miracle tea, and see how it goes. It is currently 8:30. So the two girls had a good drink around 6:30. So we're just going to give them their next one. Just trying to get the milk out for little Miss Nova. Alright. So we're taking that one nice and easily, which is great. So I'll do a couple more and then I'll see you with Miss B. We have just had 6 meals, which is great. So we're going to put little Miss Nova, hello, into the crate, and we're going to go and get Miss B next, who is awake and waiting for her milk. So we just have Mrs. B, Miss B, and because we've got a new baby tomorrow, my aim for Miss B is to be drinking quite independently on the bottle by tomorrow morning. We've got quite a few feeds in the night to try and accomplish this, but she does just require some help with her lips just to help her suckle at the moment, so we'll see how she gets on. Little Miss B also had 5 mils, so we're going to go put them back, and I'm going to wait about another 2.5 hours and then going to get them again. Yeah. Here you go. The babies did really, really well for their first night shift. We had hardly any crying. We slept through the night, and we drank well. So I think they had 6 feeds, 7 feeds before, or since they've come into the cabin on night shift since 6 o'clock. And yeah, they're doing really well. They are with Claudia this morning.
along with one of our volunteers, Gina. So it'll be good to kind of show her the ropes. And thankfully they're going to come in about 10 minutes because you can see that Mrs. B would like to play and climb. So yeah, we will keep you guys updated on how they go, but very proud of them. They did really well. Claudia and Gina, who had just taken the babies to Neverland after their first night shift, they did really well, so I've just given Claudia the down low on how to get them set up for today, but they are doing really good, so I'm going to take some rest and then get ready for baby number 3.
Amazing. Alright, so it is first full day in Neverland for the girls. Ooh, so you can see Miss B is very capable of getting out if Nova is not hanging on to her. Alright, good girl. There you go. So there's Miss B. And Nova, we will just give a little bit of a hand getting out. Yes, come on. Ooh. So as you can see, they've become very good friends overnight. They've slept together in the same crate, so they've definitely gotten some extra time. And there's Nova. Yeah, good girl.
Yeah, I know. So we have names now for the little one. So this one, the older one, is going to be Miss B. So we're just trying her on some of our milk. She's kind of taking a little sips and then coming back to it, and that's fine. So she has had about 5 ml. Obviously the milk we use is very different to what mums give them. And again, the bottles, the teats are very different to a mum's nipple, so it does take some time obviously getting used to. But we will just keep on trying. She is big enough to have some food, so she's got lots of teeth. So we are going to give her some cucumber and apple and banana in a little bit, and see how she likes that. And then this one is little Nova. So Nova is just sleeping. She's been sleeping for over half an hour now, but that's absolutely fine. She's very young still, so we expect them to sleep a lot when they first come in. We did both of their temperatures, so in the end Nova's was 37.3, which is absolutely fine, and then Miss B was 38.2, so you're also good. So just a bit under and a bit below, but obviously they've been in a car journey, so we'd expect them to be a little bit hot.
Yeah. So we have little Miss B drinking with her very drunk milk eyes. Yes, she is half asleep. She's been very active since she came in, so she is getting a little bit tired now. Took a little bit, but she is drinking from the bottle very nicely with a little bit of assistance. So Miss B is just trying some banana for the first time. So she does have a couple teeth, which means that she can eat some food. Obviously she cannot just have food, she needs her milk still. So you just made a very tiny little plate with just some cucumber, some banana and some apple. So she just had a piece of banana, which she seemed to like. We're still a little bit unsure, because she's never had it before, so. But she seems quite happy with that. Alright, so it's our second day in Neverland. So this is Miss B. I just burritoed her to give her some milk, and she is fast asleep. So I'm just gonna let her sleep for a minute. And then we have little Nova over here. She's half asleep most of the time. She's very little. You can see she's falling asleep as well. But yeah, these two girls are absolute little angels. They're very easy. And yeah, so we're having a little bit of a nap, and then we'll have a little bit more milk later.
Claudia and Gina in here with Misty and Nova.
That was scary.
And we are just waiting to hear the car for the new baby, which I think it's there. So we're going to go out and take a look and see what we're going to get.
So we have baby number 3. This is Sophie just going to go and see the baby. We don't actually know anything about them yet. So this is the first little meet.
Oh no! Giving you a little leaving present, unfortunately.
Very small.
So, they were found yesterday?
Yes, yesterday morning his mommy was killed by a car.
Okay.
Yeah, shame.
And we look young.
Yeah,
We got our first 2 babies yesterday, so we've got a week-old and a 3-week-old.
yeah.
This one looks probably...
The teeth you can feel in the bottom that they're there, but they're not through yet. In the top you don't feel anything.
Yeah.
It's 300 grams, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so smaller than Nova, but probably still around a week.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
And he's crying for his mom.
Very small.
Yeah, remember his mom was hit by a car, and someone stopped to see if they could help the mother, and when they picked the mother up, he was lying underneath her.
Yeah.
Fun. Oh, okay.
We are definitely a boy.
Yeah. Definitely a boy. Yeah.
2 other ones, we have our 2 girls.
Okay.
Yesterday.
So they've got a brother now.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
A little brother, I think.
Yeah, he's very small.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was a car accident again. So basically the exact same as Nova. But Mum was killed yesterday, so... Okay, cool. Well, we will just do a little health check. So when we do health check, we want to check their little faces. So want to check teeth. Okay, so we do have the startings of teethies. We do have a little tiny bit pale gums, so we'll get some rehi in. So we'll maybe say around 9 days, so a little bit older. And then we just want to check all the limbs, obviously, especially as we were in a car accident, hey? Just want to make sure that everything feels good. Just check on the tummy. So Nova has a scab where her umbilical cord is, so this means we are a little bit smaller. And we are definitely a boy. So we'll get your weight done and your temperature, and then you can meet the others, yeah? Good boy. So we're just going to tear the blanket in the bucket. So what we get is the actual weight. So I'm going to grab you in. I don't think you're going to move much anyway.
Nah, I think you'll be good. Alright. Oh, take that back.
We'll go for it again.
Sometimes they sit very still,
Even
sometimes.
though you are older than Nova, you are smaller than Nova. So Nova is, well, was 376 yesterday, and Rudy is 318.
318.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Perfect.
Alright.
So we'll just take your temperature now. So we've just done Rudy's temperature. Rudy's temperature was 99.3 degrees Fahrenheit, which we'll just look up what that was in Celsius, but it's around the same. But because he is very wiggly, we're just gonna go and see if we want to see the other babies. Look behind you. Look this way.
Oh.
Gentle. So we're giving Gino a nice pee.
Oh,
Not too keen on the other babies. We just want a bit of an explore. Miss B wants a friend though.
Oh, hello. You're good. You're good. You're okay.
He seems quite a lot more confident than Miss B with climbing.
He does. But I don't know, if Miss B's is because she has that limp.
Yeah.
But that
Oops.
Okay.
She's like, you will love me.
Yeah. It will be my little brother. She's lip smacking at me. Yeah. Oh, you're good. Do you want to go say hi to it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're good. Do you want to go say hi to it? Yeah. Oh, she's lip smacking at him. Don't yank him off. Don't yank him off. So, was it him that peed on you? Yes. Okay. Wow. Yes. That she's climbing a little bit. So we really want to make sure that they maintain their grip, because normally in nature they'd be hanging onto mom all the time, so they get more grip strength. But obviously, because they're not clinging around to us 24/7. But to have a mom in troop as well, it's nice for them to be carried. So if they learn to have a proper grip strength by climbing, or if they hang off our arm, if you lift them off the air just a little bit, obviously not too high, then they can practice having a good strong grip, and then that will help them climb higher when they get old enough to actually get proper up into the trees. Hey. Oh, we're going into the drain. Adult monkeys, that they just tend to be more nervous around men. It depends, if it's a really tall guy, for example, that can be, that can also be scary because they're so tall. Yeah. Or if they have a really deep voice. Right. That is also something.
And facial hair sometimes.
Yeah. So we do have, we have had a male baby intern before. So it is generally fine, but some monkeys, especially expats, tend to be a little bit more nervous around men than women.
That's sad. Miss B having her drink. Nova having a big drink. Loves her milk. So fun.
So here we have all 3 babies tucked in. So it's a little bit of a cold day today with some rain. So we got some extra fluffy blankets. So this is Nova, Miss B, and little Rudy, sorry. So yeah, all 3 of them are nicely tucked in for a little afternoon nap on a rainy day. So it is Nova and Miss B's 3rd day with us, and Rudy's 2nd. So I have little Miss Nova here. It's the only one who's still awake. She's screaming in the blanket. And then we have Miss B and Rudy are fast asleep. It's a very rainy day today, so the rain kind of helps lull them back to sleep, which is really nice. So Nova is very much awake. She's very curious today. She's being a lot more independent than she has the last couple of days, so that is really, really nice to see. It's very fascinated with the phone, as you can see. Yeah. So she's just had quite a bit of milk. So she has a full belly, and she's nice and snug in here. I'm expecting her to probably fall asleep again soon, since she's the smallest. She needs the most amount of sleep out of everyone. But yeah, everyone is doing amazing. Everyone is little angels.
So this is baby number 1. This is Nova. So Nova's mum was hit by a car, and when she was found, her umbilical cord was still attached, and as we can see, we've still got the scab. We think that she was probably between 5 and 7 days when she arrived on Saturday, and she's just gotten her first tooth yesterday, and very easy, very sweet baby, loves her milk. In fact, we've had to kind of stop her from having so much milk because she could drink 200 ml a day if she wanted, but her belly gets quite bloated. But we are very asleep right now. So Miss B came in with quite a scab on her face. So her mum was shot, and we think maybe when the mum obviously fell, she got a little bit of a cut on her face. She's around 3 weeks old on arrival, so 4 weeks today, and is the most playful of the bunch, and we're on the feeding cage, which is great, but we were with humans along with Nova for probably 3-4 days before coming, so they weren't too upset when they arrived. And then this is Rudy. So Rudy arrived on Sunday, so the day after the girls. His mum was killed in Palabora the day before, and so he came to us. He was quite upset because he'd lost his mum quite recently the day before. He is actually the smallest of our babies, even though he's probably at least 3 to 4 days older than Nova. Hungry at the moment, I think. Yeah, he was feeling a bit under the weather the last couple of days, but definitely has perked up a little bit more.
Well, that brings us to the end of episode 1 of season 8. I hope you enjoyed meeting all the little orphans, and we'll be following their progress now throughout the rest of the year. Hope to see you all next week. Please spread the word, get more people to watch. We really love you guys being out there and supporting us. Makes a big difference to the work that we do, gives us a lot of encouragement and keeps things going. Enjoy. Thank you.